Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So today we're going to be doing an exceptionally critical review of the Thermacell heated insoles. So let's get to it. Alright, so I don't often do critical reviews, especially of innovative technology. I always applaud inventors for trying to come up with new ways to make our wilderness experience a bit more pleasurable. My expectations fell very short with regards to this product. As you can see there, I'm not sure if you can see that, but I paid 45 bucks for these. They were marked down from 179 at Princess Auto. Apparently, this model has been discontinued. So what I say about this product here may not pertain to more recent upgraded versions of the product, which boast a longer battery life, more heat, and are more durable. So this is a take on the older version. Nonetheless, they were still selling this for 80 bucks. Now, these are in a medium size, so they didn't really fit my feet. So the testing that I've done with these may not be entirely fair, because I figured, you know, for 45 bucks, I didn't want to pass up the opportunity to test these, because I've been wanting to test them, and I figured, well, if they're a couple sizes too small, it's not going to be the end of the world. I can still generally get an idea if they're going to work or not. First of all, I think that for $200, and this is why I had a lot of faith in that this was going to be good, because if something is 200 bucks, I mean, it better function really damn good. Because I can tell you what, Boxing Day yesterday, I went and got myself this kick-ass pair of winter boots, Wind River boots, for, these were marked down, they were half price, $110 for a $200 boot. Has the Tarantula no slip grip for ice, super warm down to minus 50 degrees. Okay, this is half the price of this. More functionality in this for half the price than you do in this. And this doesn't require constant recharging. So my first piece of advice, if you stop watching the video here, is buy yourself a good pair of winter boots. If you're gonna need, you know, something for extremely low temperatures, get this. Now I'm guessing that the niche market for this is gonna be hunters, people who are, you know, into hiking but don't like wearing a heavy boot like this. I tried them in this boot right here, which is kind of a crossover between a hiker and a winter boot. It's actually a very comfortable boot, but I found that my feet, my toes always get cold in these. Now, I've had some very, very minor frostbite in the past, nothing that left scars or anything like that, but there's a couple of nerves that are very sensitive down there. When they're actually in the shoe, they go up to maybe about there, something like that. Yeah, about there. So I don't actually get the toe warmth with these. And the problem with the Thermacell is that the heating portion is right in the middle here. So it's not really the direct heat, you're not feeling it on your toes. And generally speaking, that's where your feet get cold. I don't know about you, but my feet never really get cold from this part back. It's always in the toes. So my first criticism of this is that the heat should be focused around the toes if you want this to be, you know, highly functional. Now I get that very well-to-do hunters and hikers might want this extra level of comfort, but I really don't think that they work that well. To tell you the truth, they didn't work that well for me. I use them, of course, in a generally colder climate. I'm not sure what these are rated down to. It doesn't give a, you know, a rating for the low temperatures that you can endure with it. But I'm guessing, you know, this is something that should function at exceptionally low temperatures and keep your feet warm, but it didn't. So for a $180 thing to fail like that and just to not be that good, I was very disappointed. Now, what it did do is it heated that part of my foot, but I found that it didn't last that long. It put out a lot of heat for the first hour or so, and then it sort of just tapered off. And that's the problem with this digital electrothermal stuff. It's far less reliable than the good old analog technology like my little Zippo hand warmer here. This thing is incredible. If you don't have one of these, I would strongly suggest that you get one. Probably about 50 times better than one of these. Takes fuel, burns for about 12 hours. I've actually got about 14 hours off it in one run once, and just a great little thing to add to your kit. Now obviously that's not going to fit in your boot, so there again we come back to the modern technology. Now in terms of the comfort factor, very comfortable, but I only got that heat for, you know, the first hour or so, and then I really didn't feel it after that. And that's probably because the cold was just so overwhelming that it was overwhelming the device's ability to keep my feet warm. Has this handy little remote control. The newer versions use a Bluetooth software, so you can actually control it through your smartphone. It's a more smart interface where you can adjust the temperature. You can, you know, it gives you a bit more information and feedback with regards to the battery. These ones have a built-in battery. You can charge it back here, and I've tried it, you know, fully charged on several occasions, and I've had the same results. Now, once again, this is an older version. I don't have any issues with the durability. I think it's durable. Like I said, it's comfortable. You don't really notice it too much. By the end of the day, you don't notice that I'm wearing them. But I would much rather, if I'm especially in Canada here, or in a lot of places in the northern part of the United States, just get yourself a darn good winter boot and don't really succumb to all these gimmicks until the price drops significantly. Now the newer ones, I believe they're $199. You can go and give them a shot if you want. You get this little carrying bag here. I'll post a link in the description for the newer, more upgraded ones. See, the toe warmers in conjunction with this boot are probably gonna do you a lot better than this will. These things work pretty decent. I think they last for about 8 hours or 6 hours. These ones some last 12 hours. You have the body ones, you have the hand warmer ones, and of course the Zippo hand warmer runs on the Zippo lighter fluid. Unless you got $200 to burn, then I would strongly suggest that you avoid this product until it gets fine-tuned. Now, I'm not saying that they can't enhance this product in the future. They very well are going to dial this in at some point. It looks like the company's doing well. They're selling a lot of these. The consensus is kind of 50-50 on them based on the reviews that I've been reading. It's into the 3-star region on Amazon. So, you know, what I'm saying is substantiated by many other people's reviews. So this isn't just me saying this. This is a pretty common understanding. So in spite of the fact that they were a couple sizes too small, and this is an older version, that's still the general consensus. But I'm not knocking the company, because like I say, I applaud innovation, and I really think with some tweaking, if they really get that heat to around here somehow, then this could be a very good option, especially because of the rechargeable battery. Now the rechargeable battery has it's lithium ion, of course, 500 apparent recharges before it drops to 80% of its normal capacity. And the newer ones have a replaceable battery, so you can buy replacement batteries, which of course adds another $50 for 2 replacement batteries for each one, which would extend your use theoretically to 16 hours on the medium heat. But I don't really believe that's going to be the case. I think it also may have to work a little harder in the cold weather to maintain that heat. That's just my suggestions to the company. Find a way to push that heat right to the edge here. And even if they could find a way to make an insole that was kind of cupped, that surrounded the toes, and I know that's getting pretty sophisticated, and it's going to be hard to make a product that's durable and still has that, so it's actually coming over the toe. That's going to really keep your feet warm. And I can tell you that your feet are going to get very cold very fast if they're submerged in the snow, especially. So you're going to want a way to keep your feet warm. And I can't wait to try out my new boots. This is not a pitch for Wind River. I actually wanted to get some Baffin ones, but those things were hardcore. Like, those were Arctic Expedition minus 60 type thing. 300 bucks. I think they were marked down to 200 or something crazy like that. But get yourself a solid pair of winter boots. Yeah, you don't have the same agility as you do with a crossover boot like this, much less of course than a hiking boot, or a hiking boot paired with this, or this paired with this. But this is just damn better. You have full support. Your feet are going to keep warm. They're easier to take on, easier to get off. I think they're just all around more practical for winter purposes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thanks for watching Canadian Prepper Out.